for me, if I had to choose someone who I thought was going to finish number one, I would say Iga is the favorite.
Hi, team. It's honor. Last time we spoke, it was before Roland Garros, and when I asked if is there any girl who can stop Iga Świątek from conquering Paris, you said that absolutely not. You don't see anybody, and you were right. So
yeah.
About before Melbourne, is she really the main favorite to win the whole thing?
I think she's one of the favourites. I've just been the Great Britain captain at the United Cup. And, we came up against the Americans, and Jessica Pegula played some phenomenal tennis.
Yeah.
So I think Iga is definitely one of the favourites. She's a long way in front in the rankings as world number one. But, in these types of conditions, it's a little bit quicker. I think the courts are a little bit faster. The ball is a little bit staying a little bit lower. So, does that help Iga? Maybe. But having said that, Pegula, it was impossible not to be, very, very impressed with the way that she played in Sydney. The Americans went on to win it. And there are other dangerous players. I think Coco Gauff is going to have a big year. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
This last game with Jessica Pegula, there were some tears in the end and some words about feeling helpless. Should her fans be worried about her maybe mental approach to this tournament?
No, I don't think so. Look, nobody likes to see a competitor crying after a match, but for me, it just shows how much she cares. It shows her hunger and desire, and her will to win. But also, when you're playing for your country, that's different as well. So no, I enjoy seeing the passion of the players, and so I don't worry. As long as she's 100% fit and healthy, I think that's the main thing going into a Grand Slam.
What about her whole season? Because the previous season she was very dominant, and I guess she will be target for her main opponents. They will be very motivated to beat her. Do you think her dominance will be also in this year like last year, or maybe it will be not so easy for her?
No, I think again we often talk in professional tennis. It's very important to concentrate, to focus on the things that you can control. And for Iga and every player, it's your preparation and your performance. And when I see, her and the way she prepares and how hard she works, then, with her ability, her tennis game, her attitude, her athletic ability, she's going to have, a great year because she's a great player. Can she finish number one in the world again? Yes, I think so. I look at her game and, she's a very complete player. So it's a long year, there's always going to be a few ups and downs. There will be bumps in the road. But, for me, if I had to choose someone who I thought was going to finish number one, I would say Iga is the favorite.
And there is Hubert Hurkacz. He is top 10 or top 15 regular player, but his best result in Australian Open is second round so far. And apart from the great run in Wimbledon, he's always struggles in Grand Slam. What is his problem? Is his mental side or maybe something else? What do you think?
No, he's still relatively new to the top 20 and playing in Grand Slam events. So don't have any fear that Hubie cannot have a good run. He's a great player with a big game. His first serve and his backhand are great shots. I think the forehand can be a little bit erratic if you can rush the forehand. Sometimes he makes a few mistakes, but no, I think he's played a lot of good tennis, and the Australian Open should be a great opportunity for him. I would definitely say, he's going to go you know, past the second round this year. I haven't seen. I've got the draw in front of me. I don't know who he plays in the first round, but he plays
Spaniard Martinez, and
yeah.
then it's Lorenzo Sonego in second round.
Shapovalov is his seed, so you know that's not easy. But if I look at his section of the draw, I think that's a good opportunity to make the fourth round.
And talking about the draw, Iga Świątek has a relatively difficult draw because it's Jules Niemeyer in first round, and it was really a big battle in US Open. Do you think it could be tricky for her to play such a strong physically opponents in first round?
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it focuses your mind. You know, you're going to be ready to get out there and you know, play your best tennis from the first point. So, you know, it's not the easiest first round, but you know, I think if she wins that match, then it will give her, you know, a really fast start in the tournament. And, you know, I think there will be a lot of other players, you know, in her section. I'm just looking, Andreescu against Bouzkova in the first round. That would be an interesting match. So, you know, I think...
There is Danielle Collins, which beat her previous year into semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, that's
fourth round.
Yeah, that's a lot can happen between you know, the first round and the fourth round. But no, I think you know, we were talking earlier about the men's draw, and you know, Djokovic might be seeded number 4, but for me, he's the favourite. You know, Swiatek is number 1, but she is the favourite for me for sure.
So you think Novak Djokovic is the main favorite, which is quite obvious, but who could be his main opponent? Because Rafa Nadal is nobody knows really about his form, and
Nadal is the number 1 seed. He's the defending champion, but there's no doubt that he's struggling with his game right now. He hasn't played a lot of tennis for quite some time. At the end of last year, he had some physical issues, and then, you know, beginning of this year, I was on the court when Norrie beat him in the United Cup, and he also lost to De Minaur from Australia. So, you know, it's not an easy period, but, you know, with these great players, it doesn't need much to change for them to be, you know, getting through to the latter stages of the tournament. So, you know, Djokovic for me is the favourite. You've got Medvedev plays so well on hard courts. Casper Ruud had a big year last year. You know, Tsitsipas has played well. Taylor Fritz played very well. I saw him play a lot in Sydney. So yeah, lots of opportunity for great stories.